Yeah, so my name is Ravindra Krishnappa. I've been an angel investor and entrepreneur. Currently, I run a fund called July Ventures. I'm one of the managing partners. So we are an early stage fund that is focused on SaaS, tech, building from India for the world. That's what we focus on. And it's good to be here. I'm also a TiE charter member out of Bangalore. I've been a TiE charter member for a long time. So this is good to be here.
How do you feel being here at TiECON?
This is, I think the topic speaks for itself. Resilience is what we want to talk about as Resilience Unlimited. I think very good. We're spending a lot of time because we are now back out of the COVID time frame, trying to do face-to-face. I think that way we are at least getting a lot more time and past introspection that we had during COVID. Now it's time to put that into action. So in that sense, it's very good to be here. We've got a nice set of panels going.
What was your idea? How did you come into angel investing and early stage startups?
So I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. So it may look odd, but I did my first startup way back in the early 90s. So yeah, I've been doing this for a while now, well known in the angel investment. I've been doing that for 20 plus years. But did not want to set up a fund until again, COVID times. So we said now is the right time to go in and actually double down on investments.
What is one thing that you do to maintain work-life balance?
I read a lot. Every night I have to read a novel or something before I settle my mind down. So I do that a lot. And there are times that I have rules. Right? I'll never open a laptop in a flight. I'll never work in a flight. I use that to wind myself down. Then normal other stuff, walking, going out. I still continue to do treks. So those are things to give yourself up.
So do you have any book recommendations for the younger generation?
Well, not really, because I don't do too much of the book pieces. But then, what I want them to do, think of, if at all there's a book recommendation, I think there are at least about 10-12 versions of Mahabharata that they should go back and work through. So there's enough on the original Mahabharata that has all of it. There is avarice, there is greed, there is collaboration, there is a way to go back and work through. And outside of that, you have at least one version at least a couple of versions that talk about Duryodhana's version. There is Krishna's version, there is Arjuna's version. So it's all good to go back and look at different perspectives from that piece. I'm not too concerned about actual, do-it-yourself kind of a piece. I think a lot more comes from introspection than it comes from reading.
An incident or an event where you had to exhibit resilience and to move forward in life.
All of us have been through testing times. My testing time was, I was running a company that had clients in Europe and the US. And unfortunately, this was in Bangalore. Unfortunately, we had a fire incident where we basically had to shut down our office. And when there's a fire, the fire engine comes and they spray every equipment that they can see with water. So overnight, overnight we had to move all the people, get them rental machines, call all my friends. We set up office for them at their homes or different places. So, and the best thing was that most of our clients did not even know that we had a fire incident, right? So, but we were a small team. We were about 70 people. Not very, very tough, but very, very, yeah. So you had to go in and figure something out.
What is a piece of advice that you would give upcoming entrepreneurs who are looking to either start their own company or develop on existing ideas?
So I've been doing this for a long time now, right? Going on meeting pieces. I think where we need to go is go deeper and deeper and deeper, right? There is a tendency for a lot of people to think that, okay, nobody's thought of this idea before, let me go in. And there's a lot of shallow thought that I see, which is not true at all, right? If you have thought of an idea, be guaranteed that there will be 20 people working on that if it's a worthwhile idea, right? So any problem that is really a worthwhile problem to solve, There's at least 20 people working on it in various shapes and forms, right? May not be in the same way that you expect it to be solved, which means that the only differentiating factor at the early stages is how deep are you going down, how much of real value are you putting into your own thought process. So that would be my first advice. The rest, you can pick up things as you go along, but if you don't have that early thought process and deep structure, then my suspicion is you'll struggle for product market fit.